Oh, this is Campbell. One thing I'm started realizing is with bipolar disorder. One thing I hate about the bipolar disorder is that like the medication they give you is just if you're really ambitious or something like that or something. I'm telling you this: if you are trying to do math or science or something like that, I started noticing something when I'm manic and I know I have to do it. The medicine like doesn't help. It doesn't not help at all. The medicine doesn't. I'll tell you this for a fact. The medicine doesn't help when I'm trying to do math and science or whatever. I can't do it. I can't do it at all. I don't have a grand. I don't like. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like most of the time studying, when I'm studying, all I do is like the only thing I do is only different is I take my clothes off and that's it. I don't go. I don't. I'm aware that I don't. And also, of course, I'm aware that if I were to like strip naked and go in public, that's not good. But then also, I don't do that. I don't do that. But one thing I do I'm aware of is that like bipolar disorder. I was able to do more math than I ever did in this basic pre-algebra, basic math. I couldn't do that when I was medicated because I was very motivated. I couldn't think in the present moment. I barely listen to music or anything like that. All I had was coffee and stuff like. Here's that. I had coffee. I didn't take my medication, and after I stopped taking my medication, shit happened. As a night owl, I don't know why, because the medication makes me a night owl, and I might take it in the morning, but like I said, at night I can't do shit. I can't do shit at all. It's just horrible. I can't like this is why I think yeah I do trust doctors. Actually, I don't trust doctors because like here's the thing. Most of the people like look at physicists for example. Most physicists are learning new things by the day. They're passionate. But like, look at these doctors. These doctors barely learn anything. They don't learn any. They don't want to learn anything new. It's like they don't want to learn anything newer that actually happens. Because like bipolar disorder, like for example, I give you an example. I don't know if it's actually true or a fact. Newton could have been bipolar and autistic. You don't even know that. No one knows if he was autistic and bipolar. No one can prove it. But then also you have to realize like he was unmedicated. He was unmedicated, and yeah, there's no medicine for him for bipolar disorder. And of course he probably went to a crazy house, but then he probably didn't have any, he didn't need that stuff anyway because he didn't have social media. He didn't have to worry about a lot of shit that happened. Most of the shit you see, I don't know why people care about getting medicated. I mean, of course I know my niece. She doesn't have medication. She basically she was unmedicated, and she's worse than off than me, and I was medicated the whole time. But she has a good point. That medicine could it do better, or it's not working. It's not probably not working or something like that, and it's true. So she like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. And yeah, and then also the other thing, another reason, I go to sleep every day. I go to sleep every day. I can get diabetes from this medicine. I can if I sleep all day, then I won't be able to get anything done. I won't get anything done that I want to do. I'll get diabetes, and also I'll just have things I want to do. Yeah, um, it's just ironic how people tell you to take your medication, but they don't. You can't trust doctors. Here's the reason. Here's one why. Like they said I was bipolar. And they said I wasn't ADHD. ADHD. I was just bipolar. Had bipolar disorder. One thing I would say is, by the way, having the medicine. I start. One thing when I'm medicated, I know for sure. I never can get anything done. Like I feel like I can't. I don't sleep enough. Here's the thing. Here's why I don't like the medication. I feel like I don't sleep enough. I feel like I don't sleep enough. I feel like I don't like have I don't do my goals. I don't even want to brush my teeth sometimes. Medication interrupts my stuff in autism. It ruins everything in my autism. So like I have autism and bipolar disorder. So it basically the things they don't understand at all about autism is how bipolar disorder and autism is very complicated. So you might be ruining everything about somebody that's autistic. You could be ruining stuff that they can't fix that is autistic. So my bipolar medicine could be making me worse. Could be making me worse. I don't know. And then I heard rumors about like things about like autism, autism like what am I trying to say? It just doesn't work. Doesn't work for all everything. Like back then, here's the thing. One thing it say something might think is bad, but it's not bad. I was stimming way more than I was back then. I used to stim a lot more. Now I stopped stimming. Like I have bipolar medicine medication. So like so some people might judge me for this because like they think because I'm bipolar that I want to be a bad person or something. No, I don't want to be a bad person. But if I could make sure that I don't want to take my medication, I probably would do it. Like this is just escapism. It's like man, like I get out of the thing that got me out of depression was doing math. If I didn't do that, I'd rather kill myself if I couldn't. If I'd rather kill myself if I couldn't even do enough math. If I didn't do enough math or like spend 30 minutes at least a day on math every day, even simple stuff, the simple things. It's like I want to live and breathe that stuff. I don't want to just be like a person that's just like going on and trying to like trying to like I don't want to be the person that like doesn't get to their goals and stuff like that because like I couldn't think in the present moment where cause the medicine I think the medication is not good for me. It's not good for me because not because like I wouldn't take it anymore. Sometimes I'm just questioning like say why is it not working sometimes? Why is it working sometimes? And why is it, like why is it not working? Why is it working sometimes? Like especially I can stop taking it and say hey uh I can take it for later. Here's the thing I'm trying to say. I would take it if I know why I took it. But and I know like one woman, she's like not the non-binary person said, um, they said that they basically took the medication, they take their medication and stuff like that, and basically had videos about them say, oh, I take your medication and stuff like that. Sometimes I don't, my brain tells me not to trust what I feel, but like usually I have things I want to do. And I'm pretty sure that person feels the same way as I do, probably, because like they probably want to do stuff and they don't do stuff they want to do all the time, and the medication makes it worse, either worse than better, and maybe better, maybe better than worse. Let's call it. Her name is or not. Their name is Keen Jester. Pretty awesome person. Maybe think, yeah, just drink water every day. I think, yeah, you should drink water. And I'm not trying to stop taking medication. Just realize, yeah, you could stop taking medication and be curious what happens when you stop taking medication. It's okay to do it, but just realize you're going to rebelling against your psychiatrist if you do that. Because, but I think you don't have to really care if you rebel against your psychiatrist, because even though there might be bad side effects, depends on the person. Um, if you stop taking medication, it's not good to do that. But then also you have to realize if you're interested in something like me, if you're interested in math and science or physics or something like that, you're probably gonna be miserable. You'll be very miserable like me. You're probably gonna be very miserable. You say I don't give a fuck anymore. I rather do psychedelics or just do fucking alcohol or some shit like that, or just do something like because like if you're depressed like I am, you probably figure out, oh, I'm not happy. I'm not I'm happy. I'm happier when I'm doing math and science when I actually do it. If I am able to do it today or tomorrow or whatever, then you probably be happier because then you be depressed but you'll be happier because that you're depressed about it. Because like you'll be unhappy if you weren't depressed. Because like it makes sense. Like that's how life is. You're gonna be unhappy if you're not depressed. Same way being transgender. Same way being transgender and stuff. You're gonna be unhappy if you're not depressed. If you're not transgender, you'd be unhappy if you are depressed. Because so it's kind of weird, but that's why I'd rather drink wine or alcohol. I mean, like, no, not alcohol is wine, but I mean, alcohol like beer. 'Cause I don't really drive at all. I don't really drink it. I don't drive, so I don't need to like. I can drink anytime I want to. But then also the thing is too, I could cause havoc as a bipolar. Like the thing, I don't know if I'm OCD, but I have intrusive thoughts when I want to break something. And I make sure I don't do it. Could get worse if I started to stop taking my medication, maybe. I'm not, I should be laughing. That's kind of scary. But it's kind of funny. Some people really want you, and maybe that guy's kind of right because at 30, let me tell you this by the way, at 30 years old, he could be right. I don't know if he's ages, but like if you're bipolar, if you have bipolar disorder and autism like me, you might say, hey, I mean, you need to stop taking your medication because it's not gonna get you anywhere. It's not gonna get you anywhere to be a person a person that listens to the doctors that just tells you to take your medication and just be a person as a parent. Oh, I want to do this shit. Like people, for physicists are fucked up people. They're fucked up people that actually probably bipolar like me. I'm just saying there are people. Trust me. There are people out there that are bipolar like me. They say, hey, if they're like they're actually reached 30, that wish they were a physicist and or an engineer and try to do something. And if they didn't do it, they would kill themselves. They would probably kill themselves if they couldn't get to it. They wouldn't like it. They would probably rather drink wine, beer, or something like that, and just kill themselves. Because like if they didn't do the stuff they wanted to do, they'd rather kill themselves if they couldn't make it that far. It's just the way it is. I'd rather kill myself than live this way. I don't want to take all those pills unless it's a lie. They're not. They don't. They like. Here's the thing. I'm telling you this, by the way. Doctors are scam artists. Doctors are. What I'm trying to say. Doctors scam you by saying, innocent people. I was 20 years old, basically. I like physics, but then after I took those drugs and stuff like that, these stuff, I started realizing it's fucked me up. It fucked my ass up. Here's why. Here's why. I'm telling you. When I was 19 years old, I was I was medicated. I wanted to get rid of my autism when I was like 20 years old, 19 years old, and I had this love of this stupid ass girl. And basically, what I did was hey, I'm upset. I was obsessed with this girl, and I said something was wrong with me because I kept saying this girl's name, Devin, or some like shit like that, basically I didn't know how to control myself. Obsessed by obsessive. Could have been obsessive. It could have been obsessive compulsive disorder. Definitely. Why could I say bipolar disorder when it could have been obsessive compulsive? Maybe I had bipolar disorder, but I don't borderline. I don't know. My borderline. I don't know. I don't think that's borderline. But you know, I wanted to hear them autism, so I was autistic. I was retarded. I was retarded. Like basically, basically they medicated me with these drugs that made me go to sleep like crazy. The trade offs with that drug. Okay, I'm telling you, the trade offs of that drug fucked my ass up, ruined my fucking brain. It made me forget everything about my whole life. Everything. I don't remember. I don't remember anything when I was like on those drugs. Those drugs are fucking horrible. I don't know. I remember my niece told me that she wanted to kill herself after taking that. I wanted to kill myself after I took that. I wanted to kill myself after I took all that medication. I wanted to. I would. I really, if you was like me, if you were in my position, you'd probably would want to kill yourself after that, because like you'd realize, hey, I fucked up on this stupid girl, and then also you have to realize, like, hey, I was obsessed over that woman, and I wanted to be in a relationship with her and stuff, and it was unhealthy. She understood I was being unhealthy with her and stuff, and like things got worse and worse, and and after that I stopped taking the medication, and after that it could be right, it could be right or wrong. Most people like could have been end up bipolar after they took a medication, because you never really know, because the medication could ruin your mind and make you think you're bipolar, but you're probably not. Um, I do of course I do inappropriate things when I guess it makes sense why I think I'm bipolar. I do inappropriate things. I say inappropriate things even with the medication. So like I'm not saying I don't say inappropriate things. I do, but I really think it's ironic how people want me to expect me to have the medication, and I'm not doing any better. I remember me in 10 years younger. I was like my mind was way different when I was when I was unmedicated, way different. My mind was like, except like even Kaylee's mind was different when she was all unmedicated too. She like my niece, but she was all when she was all unmedicated. She was basically like real smart and stuff like that. But that's probably why of course, like she's different now because as being unmedicated, she's basically different now because like she's basically she's like she's very crazy. She sounds crazy. Seems crazy, but she's not. She's like just kind of like basically she got PTSD, and also she's kind of like losing it. She's delusional. But then also like yeah, I could end up like her probably. I guess again. I could end up like her again if I wanted to. But like here's the thing. I'd probably kill myself with the medication. I can't tell you this by the way. I probably either kill myself with the medication or without the medication. I don't want to live my life not knowing that I went on this adventure on physics and math. I want to do that. I want to live that life. I want to live and breathe it. I don't want to live a life like saying I didn't do it. I didn't do the things I wanted to do. Stuff that most people don't want to do. Because I want to do it. I want to live that adventure. I can't live a lie and say that the medication is actually helping me and shit. I'm telling you, by the way, I go to here's the thing: the medication makes me go to sleep for 12, more than 12 hours. I go to sleep for more than 12 hours going to sleep on that medication. The medication's nothing special about the medication. This is why I hate therapy. This is why I hate psychiatry. Psychiatry's been the worst for me. Why is it that people like Newton, or Isaac Newton, or these other guys like are people these I mean to this other guy Oppenheimer. The guy he was like, of course he was medicated. He was able to do things more than likely than me than anyone else because he was medicated. Actually, no, he was medicated. He got the right medication. But me as being autistic, I don't know what medication is good for me. I have no idea. I don't know why people have to medicate me, and, I don't think it's the right medication. It could be the wrong medication. I don't know, but I might talk to someone. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna talk to someone. So I'm 988. So now I was like, yeah, I had to vent that out. So be careful if you like trusting people. People might think you're crazy and delusional. So people might think, oh yeah, why are you rebelling against people like that? Like you don't have to care. You could like because you're gonna kill people kill themselves even with medication. It's not like they wouldn't. It's all a scam.